Greetings to all. Here we are once again in this shadowy enclave to indulge our darker sensibilities. This time, our motif is the always horrific demonic possession. A small assortment of tales I have collectively entitled The Devil's Playground. And recess is about to begin on the Nightfall radio show. Amy Stamatis was living a normal life as a med-flight nurse at the Baptist Health Medical Center in Little Rock, Arkansas. She had a loving husband who supported her in everything, and kids who looked to her as their hero and best friend. One day she leapt from the second story of her Searcy home, and her life fell crashing to the ground, broken as the bones in her body. She was paralyzed from the waist down, unable to work and indulge her noble passions. Strangely, she still swears she didn't jump out the window that day. It all began on a typical day at work when Stamatis was attending to a burn patient. After leaving the room to return to her station, she found herself wandering aimlessly in the halls of the hospital. A marathoner, she would soon lose her ability to walk straight. Doctors blamed it on epilepsy, schizophrenia, and porphyria, a rare chemical imbalance. But Pentecostal evangelist Cindy Lawson saw something else. Demons. As soon as she heard Stamatis' story, Lawson approached the family, buckled down to work, and banished the evil forces for good. In the year 1906, 16-year-old Clara Germana Soleil entered into a contract with the devil and confessed to it. She said that she made it at the Marion Hill School in Umzinto, South Africa, where she lived since her parents' death. Weeks after the pact, Soleil began ripping her own clothes, speaking ancient languages, and making guttural, beastly sounds. During her exorcism, her skin boiled in contact with holy water, and her body levitated several times before the eyes of 170 witnesses. According to an account, Soleil writhed and squirmed across the ground, her body limping out completely at one point, as though becoming a slithering serpent. Based on another account, she actually transformed into the serpent, if only for a few seconds. After 2 days of grueling exorcism, the girl was liberated from the devil. The pact was broken on September 11, 1906, but not without almost killing her and the priests who were determined to salvage her soul. They succeeded, for the demons never returned. Elizabeth Knapp was a 16-year-old servant at a household of Samuel Willard, a prominent reverend in the Church of Groton, Massachusetts during the 1670s. What made Knapp's possession unique from the others was Willard's scientific approach, a point of issue for the community given the pastor's passionate teachings on damnation and divine obedience. From October 30th, 1671 until January 12th, 1672, Willard documented Knapp's deterioration, which had most of the characteristics found in other demonic possessions: fits, hallucinations, body contortions, animal sounds, a deep voice, meeting with the devil, and so on. On November 28th, Knapp had a fit that lasted for 48 hours, after which she remained in catatonia until December 8th. She confessed to being assaulted by the devil and having no recourse but to make a pact with him. At this time, Willard said that the devil talked to him through Knapp, calling him a rogue minister. Willard's next entry was dated January 10th, 1672, when the girl admitted that the devil had completely taken over her body. She had been quiet since January 15th, and Willard decided to leave the matter to the more learned, aged, and judicious. Whatever happened to the servant girl has remained a mystery to this day. In January 2005, 23-year-old Marisica Irina Corsini joined the Tanacu Monastery in Romania. Not long after, she started exhibiting strange, erratic behavior, leading to her confinement at the local psychiatric hospital. By April, she was diagnosed with schizophrenia, but her brother had another explanation. He claimed he saw Satan himself entering his sister's body, which meant that his sister was in demonic possession. With monastery priest Daniel Petri Karajanu sharing the same view, an exorcism was immediately in order. Kornichi herself believed she was possessed and begged the nuns to strap her down and help her. Chained to a cross, the embattled victim was anointed with holy oil and kept in the church for 3 days. She was then untied and given food before fainting and eventually expiring in an ambulance. Her death put Karajano and 4 nuns in jail for murder and depriving a person of liberty. A 2005 autopsy report said Kornichi died of dehydration, exhaustion, and lack of oxygen. In 2014, experts confirmed that she had an overdose of adrenaline in the ambulance, which caused her death. The world's most widely documented demonic possession that landed in the 1936 issue of Time magazine is that of Emma Schmidt, also known by her pseudonym Anna Eklund. Schmidt was an American woman born March 23, 1882 in Switzerland and raised in a Catholic household in Marathon, Wisconsin. When she turned 14, she began taking to unspeakable sexual acts and speech and became averse to everything blessed or religious, including churches. In 1935, it was revealed that her Aunt Mina, a purported witch and lover of her father Jacob, had cast a spell on her through the food she prepared for the young girl. At the age of 30, Schmidt was exorcised for the first time by a Capuchin priest named Theophilus Reisinger. The same priest took up 2 more attempts before the demons were finally cast out on December 23, 1912, at a Franciscan sisters' convent in Erling. Schmidt herself identified the demons that possessed her: Beelzebub, Judas, Mina, and her father Jacob. It is said that Jacob cursed his own daughter for refusing to have an incestuous affair with him. Schmidt managed to live a relatively normal life after that, and died peacefully at the age of 59.